Hello there, Sir from 17 once again, bringing you some more Call of Duty 4 goodness, and this time it's a team deathmatch on Bloc, one of my favourite maps, and as always I always start off with that lovely spawn grenade where you throw it across there, because if you're up against a team of amateur snipers, they're going to sit in that gap where the wall is, and they're going to aim directly across hoping to get a few easy kills, and all they're going to get is a grenade, so always good to start with that one. But Call of Duty 4 is an interesting one because, as we all know, there are a lot of new people playing it, there are a lot of bad people playing it, and when it comes to Team Deathmatch, getting a 40 kill Team Deathmatch can be quite challenging. And it's not challenging because you're not capable of doing it, it's challenging because if you have anybody on your side that's doing anything in the game, then you're probably not going to hit 40-50 kills. If you have a team full of morons and you're playing aggressive and getting the traffic that you want, you're probably going to hit them every single time. And there are a lot of people who play Call of Duty 4 on YouTube. There are a couple of, people that I regard as some of the best Call of Duty 4 players ever that can reliably hit these high kill games because they can get into games where the team aren't the greatest, they're extremely aggressive, confident and good players, and they know the traffic patterns so they can hit the ridiculous scores. Unfortunately, I always tend to get in the lobby where maybe one person gets a chopper and cock blocks my chopper and stuff like that, and then I go through those quiet spells where I don't see anybody with my gun when I'm running around the spawn, and I don't know, I get really unlucky when it comes to the high kill games on this, and if I were to play something like Domination, I could probably pull out the 40-50 kill games out of a hat pretty much every game. The only problem with Domination these days is every time you go in them, they tend to be hacked lobbies, and I really don't like the hacked lobbies. They make me mad. And Team Deathmatch seems to be your best bet of not getting in a hacked lobby. The only problem with it is it's the simplest of game types, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm probably going to put some more time into getting some DOMs because I want to get more impressive scores because I love this game and I know I'm capable of it. But I pick up this guy's M16 with the iron sights, and as you can see, I'm having a hell of a lot of trouble, trying to hit that guy. And the reason for that is because I'm really bad with the M16's iron sights. I love the red dot for the win when it comes on that. And I get lucky with that guy. I keep bumping into Mr. Second Chance all the time, and you'll notice I keep coming around this field area, and the reason for that is because my team are all on the other side. I was hoping that this was the spawn point, and I think it is. I just get into that moment where they're all so far in the buildings and sniping, and my team isn't killing any of them, that none of them are spawning. And I get into a couple of situations where I end up running into the full team on this gameplay, and that's the reason why I'm uploading it, because it was really exciting when I was playing, and if that guy had a headset, he would have heard me then, spun around and killed me, because a reload makes a very distinct sound on a headset. And right now is what I hate about the P90. For sometimes it just feels really, really weak when you need it to feel strong. If that had been an MP5 right then in a room with 3 guys, that hipfire would have killed all 3 guys, but with this gun, I don't know if it's the spray, I don't know if it's because the damage is so low on the gun, because there's hardly any recoil, or the silencer that I've put on it, but I just wasn't having any luck. And right there is a counter grenade to the grenade that I threw, because I know my team is on this lower left, so if you throw it up to the upper right, sometimes you can get a cheeky kill on the people pushing through. Because giving tips on Call of Duty 4 does seem kind of redundant now that the game is so old, but you never want to go through the middle on Bloc unless A, you've played it enough to know the traffic patterns so that you're not going to get sniped, or if you're a really confident player with a good connection. And right here, I'm running through claymores like a beast. I run into the team again. I end up mowing 2 of them down. The 3rd one comes there. I clean him up. I come down here and use my Desert Eagle, but it misses, and I have to knife the guy. And I'm currently being chased, so it's like, god damn it, I've got to run away. So I come in here, knife him. He's got a martyrdom. That's probably going to end my streak. And yeah, I just get so unlucky. In this game especially, there's about 2 or 3 deaths which could have been avoided if it weren't for the fact I was playing against absolute bitches. And I don't really hate people that use martyrdom because I used it for a long time back when I was a moron too. But it gets to that point where it just feels really, really cheap when you use it, and I got so sick of using it that I said I'm not going to use it anymore, and I think I become a better player for it, because I used to get maybe 6 kills a game with martyrdom because I used to rush so aggressively, and when I did die, I generally died when there was a bunch of them. And if you're playing like that, you're gonna get a lot of kills because sometimes you just can't get away from the grenades. And even though it's an uncooked grenade, so in theory if you just grab it and throw it, you're probably a lot safer. And look at these 2 silly bastards. And this is a really interesting dance, because I kill them 2, and look at my radar. There's that guy there who's still a bad guy. There's a guy behind me. I see him over there. I clean him up, and I think they come from round the right corner here. And I'm using, yeah, do you see him coming for me then? He was chasing me that entire time, and I was using the stairs to put distance between me and him. And my Desert Eagle fails me right there, but I can put my P90 back on, spray those two guys, get another chopper, and I'm able to run away and somehow survive that encounter. But yeah, it was kind of like a psychological knife fight round those concrete stairs at the time, and it was a little harder to see it on the recording because at the time I knew he was there because I could hear him, so I kept moving away from where I heard his footsteps, and when he finally came in for the knife, he missed, and then I cleaned him up. But yeah, it can be a really fun map, this one, if you're constantly running around and clearing up the snipers, because as you've seen from this video alone, people just love to just sit and occupy areas and snipe across the map, and it really doesn't work. And another bad death. This could have been such a good gameplay if it weren't for that kind of shit. What is it now? I've been killed maybe once, legitimately. Every other death has been from bullshit. It's such a shame. But pushing back through this other set of buildings, I can see that my team's in them, so it's one of those cases where I'm hoping the enemy team are rushing through the spawn just like I'm rushing through here. Because that's the one thing I really don't get about Call of Duty 4. Me and most of my friends that play it, especially when we play this map, we are effectively the counter snipers, and we don't use a sniper rifle to do it. We're the people that rush around and get into situations that make the snipers uncomfortable so that they can't sit and stand in one spot. The biggest problem with that is, oh, watch this shit. That guy goes for the knife, I clean him up, I clean his buddy up, and no I don't. Damn it! How good would that have been if I'd not had to reload right then? There was 3 people in that corridor. That was a montage moment, and as per usual, I fail it because I'm just great at failing. And anybody see that? Anybody see that? How many hit markers do you have to get on one guy with Juggernaut before he fucking dies? Or in my case, before he turns around and stabs you in the face? Oh, that's so frustrating. But it's another bullshit death. That's 2 bullshit deaths in a row. Oh, it could have been so great. But once again, I come through the building. I know there's people in here. I see that guy crouch walking. Don't walk around this game crouch, people. It does make you quiet. But at the end of the day, this is not Rainbow Six. You're just going to get somebody who's running, who cruises past like I just did, who mops you up. But right now, we're a couple of kills away from the death of the game. There's 3 kills now. I can see a couple guys running through the centre, which you never want to do, because people are just going to do what I'm doing right now. They're just going to pick you up, and there's nothing you can do about it. I try and hit the sniper, I just get hit markers. See, that's a legitimate death, because he's got a G3 on this map. That's pretty brave, that. But anyhow, 38 and 6 people. I hope you enjoyed it, and you take care now.